Hello and welcome to my weekly review. I'm Bridget from Life from the Ground Up, astrologer and coach, and this is my rundown of the week. All right, so we start this week with the moon in Gemini, so very chatty and cognitively curious, gathering of information, and we have Mercury, which is ruling that moon in Leo, and it is out ahead of the sun, and it is talking confident, and it is like the guy that goes out in front of the carnies, or when a carnival's coming to town, or the circus is coming to town, and you have that person that goes out in front and puts all the flyers up and talks about what is coming. All right, so this is like what Mercury is doing right now. It's out in front, and the sun is just going to come up behind it to validate all of the things that it's saying. So Monday is good for conversations and leading the charge. Okay, so Tuesday, the moon is going to move into Cancer, and this is where we are going to start having some of this challenging energy. And I love it because the moon moving into Cancer then conjuncts Lilith and Venus in Cancer. So there's going to be these feminine issues coming back up. So the moon is going to be all feely for the next couple of days through to Thursday. The moon is going to be in Cancer. So now the Venus is going to be squaring Jupiter, and Jupiter will be going retrograde later on in the week. So it's actually standing still right now. So I feel this is like maybe Roe versus Wade coming up again. So maybe, all of the challenges that women in America have been putting out, that Jupiter, which is stationary right now in representing the judicial system and the individual, like Jupiter in Aries, Jupiter, the fact that it's stopping might actually listen. So there could be the ability for the conversation that is being heard and challenged to actually to for something to come of this. All right, so there's a general confidence in the air at the moment, and Jupiter stationary, it's willing to talk about possibilities. So when it goes retrograde, hours only after the new moon on Friday, I look at this as, that judicial system, or that Jupiter, that overruling energy of I'm better than you, is actually stopping and listening and realizing that, the best way forward for it is to actually stop and pay attention, because, it might be stopping to go retrograde, but Chiron is also retrograde and coming down on that. So there are healing lessons in the air. Wednesday, we have Mercury going to be exactly squaring Mars. All right, so this ability for Mercury to be out there and talking about how fabulous it is, and having some confidence in its conversation, it's actually going to buck up against Mars. So Mars is trying to quietly just plod along through Taurus, and it is re-establishing these foundations. There is a challenge to the old beliefs, I believe, in here. There is a very revolutionary energy in the air, hence with Venus fighting back. And then, she's totally concerned with her well-being. She's got a beautiful trine to Hygeia, that health and well-being asteroid. And at the same time, she is squaring Jupiter. So you can see that, she's like, I want this. And, that overlord is like, oh, okay, maybe I need to stop and revise my thoughts on this matter, because it doesn't look like I'll be going anywhere with on the trajectory that I'm actually tracking at. All right, so Thursday we have the moon opposition Pluto, and we also have that moon conjunct Lilith. So, there is absolutely change in the air, women standing up for themselves and saying to the patriarchy, that's Saturn in, Pluto in Capricorn, and even Saturn in Aquarius. These overlords that are trying to squash the ladies. No, absolutely not. Okay, so Friday we have a new moon. So Friday morning, get your wish lists out and happening. You know, this is all about how can I be better? How can I be the best version of myself? So whether you're going to be planning for more exercise or planning on things that are just going to make you feel better. Okay. So now closely after that, we have Jupiter going retrograde at 7 a.m. So the new moon's at 3:55. Jupiter goes retrograde at 7. So as you can see, you know, straight away, there's going to be a review process. You know, Jupiter wants you to be bigger and better. It's in Aries. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. But now it's a review process has started. So all of this bravado that it's been spouting, it's now going to internally reflect. And as I was just saying before, we have Chiron coming back. So both of Chiron and Jupiter are going to be tracking backwards now, going over all of these things that they have been talking about already, and it's just do I actually believe this type of thing. Okay, so Saturday is also going to be quite provocative. There is a grand square on Saturday between Mercury, right? So this ability or this want for us to have confidence and talk about our abilities well, it's going to be challenging that Mars in Taurus. So this is like, okay, well, I previously believed this, but that doesn't work anymore, right? So it's squaring Saturn in Aquarius as well as the nodes, the South Node, particularly those things that are left behind, right? So there's this revolutionary changing energy is all about rewriting those paths forward based on the things that you can see that are worthy of you now, not the things that you have been given that are no longer relevant. So, you know, looking at things in like, how are these changes going to occur? What needs to be released? Oh my God, haven't we just released so much this year? Again, we are just releasing anymore. And so, you know, there's a lot of opposition and uh, vocal challenges this week. And then Sunday, it calms down and the moon is going to move into Virgo, which is still ruled by that Mercury in Leo. So, going forth, stand up for yourself where needed. Have a look at these, you know, these beliefs that you have that have limited you and change those from a grassroots level. You know, this is all about rewriting your future your way on your terms. So that is my week ahead for the week 25th to the 31st. If you would like a personal reading from me, you can find me at Lifetime to Level Up on Facebook, which is my private group. I do Monday to Saturday at 8 a.m. during the week and 9 on the weekends. I'll give you a daily astro review and we do some intuition practice as well. So, or you can go to my website at lifefromthegroundup.com.au. So any questions, please reach out to me. You can find me at those places, and I hope you have a great week. Look forward to talking to you next week. Thank you.